the Chassidut and the Sichot class, I tell a story.
Actually, telling a story.
Okay, tell a story. No, story time. In order to tell a story, I have to think of a story first. I have to remember a story. So give me
Remember the pasuk?
couple of seconds, and I will
Your pasuk?
of a story.
Pasuk loud. Torah.
Story.
Go loud, says a Torah.
Loud. Good loud. Good loud.
Let me think of a good story. Okay, let me think of a story.
Now you can do a pasuk.
Torah.
Torah.
Go. Do the whole pasuk. Tziva.
Tziva.
Keep going. Moshe. Mo. Okay. Yeah. What's next?
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, one day, excellent. Okay, here's a story about the Rebbe Marash. Story about the Rebbe Marash. One day the Rebbe Marash was driving. He used to drive, he used to take sometimes, what do you call it? Trips, journeys, strange journeys. Nobody understood what he was doing. Once the Rebbe Marash, Rebbe Shmuel, took one of these journeys and he ordered the driver to stop, and he went into a house. And in this house were two children. And he went into two children and their mother. And the mother saw him, Jewish children, the mother. And it's, yes, Rabbi, can I help you? Said, yes, I'd like to come in. Can I come? Of course you can come in. Says, your children are here? Yes, they are. I'd like to say Tehillim with them. Okay, so they sat together and they said he read and he said Tehillim. The Rebbe said Tehillim with this very, how do you say, genuine, heartbroken voice. And the children were also saying with him. They finished and they said, let's say again. They said Tehillim again. And then the Rebbe said, okay, this took maybe an hour or so. Who knows? And the Rebbe said, okay, and then he left. So they couldn't understand what exactly was the story. What I think there's also, that he left and he came back. Anyway, they read Tehillim twice. So they couldn't understand what was the story, what happened, why this amazingly holy-looking Jew would come in and say Tehillim. It could be they didn't even know that it was the Rebbe Marash. And that night, later that night, meanwhile, the father didn't come home. The father went to work, and he didn't come home. And late that night, he did come home. He came into this, and he was all, you could see that he was all frazzled and dirty. He said, what happened? He said, it was just terrible that he was working somewhere, working in a barn or whatever, and that a goy came, and he wanted to, he came and he was yelling, he wanted to kill him. So he ran and he hid. He hid somewhere. And the goy was looking around for him and didn't find him. He was yelling and he couldn't figure out why this goy couldn't find him. He was just like hiding in the corner or something. The goy got all angry and he went into his house and he got a big pitchfork. And he went, this man said, I ran in a haystack and I hid in the haystack, and he took the pitchfork. Some reason he got mad at him. I don't remember what the details were, but anyway, the goy got mad at him. He was sticking with the pitchfork, and he missed me. He didn't get me. And I just hid there the whole night until I was sure that he went to sleep, this goy. And that's what happened. I came home. So they checked what was the time that the goy first started running after you. Oh, that's the story. Very good. That's the story, yes. What was the time that the goy started, and when did we'll go with his pitchfork, and they found that it was exactly the time when the Rebbe Marash read Tehillim with them, with the children. Somehow or other, the Rebbe Marash felt the danger of this Jew, and somehow or other, the Rebbe Marash knew exactly the time, and he knew exactly the way to save him, was by saying Tehillim. So we see that that's the power of the Torah and power of saying Tehillim, that it really has a true effect on the world. You can say, okay, it was a big Rebbe, it was a very holy person. Good, well, why did he have to have the children say with him? So we see that our saying Tehillim, and whatever we do, has also a tremendous effect. And this, I told you the story the other day, I think, when we learned Mishnayot about Rabbi Hanina ben Dosa, that he wanted to bring this huge rock to the Holy Temple. And he shined it up, and there came these workers, and they said, okay, we'll help you. The thing weighed like 20 tons. And they said, we'll take it there, but you have to help us. And he was a skinny guy, what could he do? So they said, okay, just put your hand under it, help us. So he put his hand underneath, said, okay, close your eyes, 1, 2, 3, let's go. And he started to walk, and all of a sudden he opened up his eyes, and they were in Jerusalem. And he went to try to pay them. He went to borrow money to pay them. When he came back, they were all gone. And his teacher, I think it was Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel, said that they were angels, and they helped you. So if they were angels, why did I have to help them with my hand? This is because angels, the purpose of them is that man should do his maximum. When you do the maximum that you can, even though that they could never get the job done, you do your maximum, is that God helps do the rest. It's the same thing with here. The children said Tehillim, and Hashem sent them, the Rebbe, to save them. So it will be with us, that we'll all be saved from all of the problems and all of the riots and the coronas and et cetera that we've got, and we'll all be dancing together with Mashiach Tzidkenu now. Next class, 3 o'clock, please be there. Thank you very much. God bless you all. See you 3 o'clock. We learn.